Olá a todos e a todas, meu nome é Paulo Gustavo, sou professor do curso de Relações Internacionais da Universidade Federal do Amapá, aqui no Brasil, e professor do Programa de Pós-Graduação em Estudos de Fronteira, o PPGEF. Nós fizemos essa série de entrevistas, né, com acadêmicos da região que nós temos como foco de estudo, que é a chamada região das Guianas, para justamente ouvir um pouco do que está acontecendo a respeito do Covid-19 em lugares em que não estão na mídia, né? Estou falando então do Amapá, da Guiana Francesa, do Suriname, da Guiana, de Roraima e também em lugares do Caribe, né? Então, eu espero que vocês aproveitem essa série de vídeos, divulguem. Muito obrigado. So, hi everyone. Here we are for our interview with Coreen Jacob Chester. Coreen is an academic, and she was a partner here a while here at the UNIFAC, and she left to take her PhD, in Fiji. Well, thank you, Coreen, for her time. I would like you to introduce yourself, please.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Coreen Jacob Chester, and I work at the University of Guyana here in Greater Georgetown. I'm still a PhD candidate, but in the meanwhile, I lecture at the university. I'm back home after 3 years abroad, and I lecture. My PhD is interdisciplinary studies, and so I lecture in the field of international relations, which is really my field. But I also am qualified in languages, and so I lecture languages too. And I'm hoping to do some work in cultural studies.
Okay, thank you very much, for our time. And the idea is it's to get to know a little bit about what's going on in Guyana, in Georgetown, like where most of the people live. In Guyana, this region of South America, usually the people don't really know about. So how is the lookout? Is it really working, or people are isolated? And if you have any numbers, please tell us.
Well, first of all, let me say that I think that one of the things with Guyanese people is that we are very resilient persons, and we did not, at the beginning, we were not taking this coronavirus seriously, because there have been many viruses before. We have the SARS, they had Ebola, and we had these other viruses that never got to Guyana. We never experienced any of those viruses. And so we were of the opinion that we were not going to be affected. However, we have PAHO here, we have WHO here, the World Health Organization is here, and so they started to impress upon the government the need for us to take this virus seriously. The Ministry of Health, what happened is that a family came home from New York, and after that person fell ill and died, then is when and even then persons refused to actually accept that the person died. The family said that the mother did not die from the coronavirus. And so they were kind of in denial, as we say in English. And however, the government decided to take action after that person died. The person was tested and the person had coronavirus. And the family decided to hold a wake in the village, and many persons went to the wake. And then the government had to become forceful, and they had to quarantine the husband and the daughter. They quarantined the husband and daughter. So that's what started the whole thing in Guyana, this family. It started with this family.
Okay, and what is the numbers nowadays?
The number is, as of today, the number is 19. And I was about to get the breakdown, actually. I was going to give you the breakdown, but I'm not seeing it on my phone.
It's 19.
It's
just
19.
To let the viewers know, like what is the population in Guyana?
750,000.
750,000, and
yes.
Located in Georgetown. That would be helpful.
Yes. So we have one in region, we have one in, what region is that? We have one in, I can't remember the region, one in Berbice.
Mm-hmm.
Berbice is region 6, right, mommy? Yeah. So we have one in region 6, and we have one in region 3, and then all the rest is region 4, which is Georgetown area. All the rest is Georgetown area.
I see. And people are in their homes, or just part of it, part of the people? How is that?
Well, they are being quarantined. Those persons are being quarantined. We have 2 deaths so far, 2 deaths, okay. And the other persons are being quarantined. Not in their homes, they are being quarantined. We have a facility where we're using for that.
What about the population itself? Like,
okay, so that's the thing. The government has not come out and declared that we need to stay home per se. But what has happened? The government has shut down our airports. Our airports are shut down until the 1st of May.
Okay.
The Ministry of Education shut down all schools. We shut down the schools since the 9th of March. Schools have been shut down, and schools are shut down until April 20th, and that might extend. The universities, we shut down the universities. Universities have been shut down since the 3rd of March. The 3rd of March, yes, since the 3rd of March, we shut down universities. We shut down universities for elections. Because we still have problems with the results of our elections, and so we shut down the university and the schools we shut down the universities because of elections, and then we went straight into the coronavirus.
I see. Then what about the shops? Are the shops closed?
Well, we have the banks that are open up to 12 o'clock so far. We have the utilities like your light bill, your water bill, the electrical companies, the water companies. They close at 12. But we have the informal sector. The informal sector are people who work on their own, who have private businesses. They are deciding when they're going to open and when they're closed. We have a lot of Chinese stores here that are closed most of the time. From the time the coronavirus thing came out, our Chinese stores most of them have closed.
But it's up to themselves. It's not a law.
Yes. Okay. Yes, the government has, I saw the head of the president for the private sector came out, and he said that they need to close. They should be closed. But the supermarkets are still open. They're saying that these businesses should close. No, they should only be open up to 7 p.m. at night.
Okay.
The supermarkets and the other businesses, yeah. But in Region 6, they're on total lockdown. All the bars are closed because they had one death. They had one death, and so they have decided that that particular region, which is near to Suriname, that is the region near to Suriname border, they have completely closed that region where they're on complete lockdown. Yeah.
Is there any support from the government to the people that like especially the informal workers?
Well, the government can't give any support yet because we have no government.
Oh, I see.
The elections have not been. We had elections on the 2nd of March. There's still a lot of I don't even know the right word to use for concerning the elections, but it has not been clear as yet who's the winner. So there's no government, so there cannot be any disbursement of relief for persons as yet until we establish who the government is.
Okay, so it's a political situation, but
it's a political situation, yeah, and the coronavirus, and so the government has been going to court, and they've been in court. They just finished another court thing. The injunctions were filed and against the whole elections process, and it's just back and forth, as we say in.
Yeah, and well, as a last question, what is your view about the future of this pandemic?
I'm gonna send you a link to an article that an academic wrote that I considered very, very nice. He said in his article that one of our lecturers sent it to all of us as academics, and he sent it to us to tell us we need to stop trying to feel that we need to produce during this time. And he says that we're talking about things going back to normal, but he said he doubt whether, he said he has been through so many isolations, so many lockdowns, and it hasn't. Persons have never been able to go back to what their life was like before, because these kind of things change your life. I want to agree with him, and I truly believe that this kind of thing. I mean, it's so strange, and I've never been on a lockdown before,
Yeah.
and I've never had to wash my hands so much before, and
It's
use.
new for everyone now.
I'm and I truly believe it's a wake up call, and that we can't go back to normal as before.
Yeah.
Things are going to change. Maybe things are going to change the way we see life, the way we look at hygiene, the way we whatever things are going to change.
Yeah, maybe even solidarity, between
Oh yes, and I forgot that, and that is the part, because I like you said the word solidarity, because if you see, but the funny thing is that I'm teaching a course in IR, which is called Ethics in International Relations, and we were talking about China's decision not to. This thing happened in 2019, and they made a decision. They were not going to tell the world. They were going to try and contain it and see if they can figure it out before letting the world know. And we're dealing with the term utilitarianism, which talks about um, making decisions in your own state for the good of other states. Of course, everything went out, everything was let loose, and so the whole world became involved. And now we have to work as a global village. We have to work in solidarity to make sure that we don't it doesn't get out of hand. And so I like the word that you use, solidarity, because even Trump, in a case whereby he couldn't be bothered about other persons, he has to make sure too that we see what is happening elsewhere, and we learn from other countries on what to do and so on. And I'm hoping that with coronavirus, we will continue to be mindful of others and other nations like that. I truly believe so.
Well, Coreen, thank you very much. I hope to talk to you soon in a better situation, with more good news. I also hope this whole situation now makes us think about life and think about changing.
Yeah,
Change step.
we're hoping. I'm still hoping that we can come back to Amapa again.
Oh, you will. No, definitely we will. And I hope to be back soon in Georgetown. Thank you
Yes,
very
yes.
much.
Thank you,
Send
Paul.
my regards to your family, and I hope
Yes.
all of you are well.
Okay. Okay. Bye bye. Talk to you soon.